This might truly be the big Bertha of Baofengs. The reason I say that is coming up. Wait till you check out what's on this. Hey there, and welcome to Nuka Vault Readiness, the channel giving you some reviews, tips, and tinkering in the hopes that we give you some insight in how to better prepare for an electrical grid down or apocalypse scenario. Today, coming at you again with another radio review. Believe it or not, this is a Baofeng. And yes, the box is extremely large, almost takes up the whole 1 foot working pad here. And so we're going to unbox this guy today, and we're going to kind of go through the usual that we do with an unboxing, which is show you what comes in it, kind of go over the specs of the radio, and we'll put it on the Surecom over there, and we'll do some power ratings on it. So I'm really stoked about this. Just wait till you see what's inside. All right, and here it is. And yes, that is a beefy radio. This is the AR-152. Alfa Romeo-152 model of Baofeng. Look at the size of this thing, and I haven't even put the battery in it. This is the extended battery, but also searching on Amazon, where I got this, there isn't a smaller battery. This is the size that comes for this radio. So once you put it together, and it's not almost as easy as it seems. There we go. Maybe I didn't have it on the rails correctly. With no antenna attached. Look at that. Kind of reminds me of an 80s cell phone here. So let's go ahead and put the antenna on. There we go. All right. It's probably going to be out of shot, but there it is. So this is a beefy boy. I think we could pretty much call this the birth of Baofengs. I've never seen any handy talkie this big, minus of course what was maybe used in World War II or wars of past, maybe even Vietnam. I certainly haven't owned a radio this big, but this is totally something different. So getting a little ahead of myself there, but breaking it back down, you'll see that you have, in the box, you get, of course, the main transceiver part and the battery you saw there. Main thing about this radio that got me into purchasing it, and I looked at this before, and then I finally just bid on it. So this was right at about $52, I believe, with tax. And that was on sale on Amazon. I think it was only about 10 or 15% off. The main thing about this radio up front is the size of this battery. Minus its large size, this is a 12,000 milliamp hour battery. That equates to a 12 amp hour battery. And I believe on TX, it draws 1.8 amps or 1.6 amps. Just go ahead and do the conversion there. So if you're truly thinking about that, we're probably looking at about 10, not 10, so more like 6. Am I doing the math right? That's 6, 8, about 8 hours straight of PTT. Again, that's huge. This is not a mobile rig. We're going to put it again on the Surecom over there, but I think it is rated. Advertisement says 10 watts. Again, I'm not going to hold my breath on that. That's another thing. But before we get carried away, again, we turn it on. We're going to go ahead and go this route. Other things you get in the box. You get your standard Baofeng manual. And yes, it is a very standard Baofeng radio. I mean, manual. Sorry. And the stylish wrist strap. And you get an AC brick that already has the cable affixed to it. And the cable is actually just a little DC plug, because where is it? Right here. It just has a DC plug in there. There's no cradle to this, which is cool. I'm not a fan of cradles myself, and of course some of the other Baofengs and other radios, TIDs, Red Tails, they're all USB-C charged, so that's universal with your phone, so that makes it even better. And of course for your travel solar panel, stuff like that. So cool, it doesn't have a brick. I'm sorry, a charging cradle, but it is still, it has to be AC powered. So this would work, of course, on a solar battery, like an EcoFlow or perhaps an Anchor or Jackery or something like that. So, and again, you get a rubber duck, and size alone, this rubber duck is larger than a radio. And it is a multi-banner. This is a VHF UHF Baofeng. In the back of the manual, it actually says there is a tri-band model. I did not see that on Amazon. So we're gonna put this on here. I'm just gonna turn it on for you real quick, just show you the basics. It's a Baofeng, nothing special. I still just can't get over how big it is. But anyway, so let's turn it on.
Frequency mode.
Their usual Baofeng voice. I did go ahead and just program in the 2 meter and the 440 national calling frequencies for the power test. So I went ahead and did that. The only other thing really that I kind of don't like right out of the box is, if you could see it up here, yes, I'm turning the volume up and down, but let me go ahead and turn the squelch off.
Menu. Squelch.
And that's your older Baofeng menu, so I'm going to turn it down. The squelch is about to turn on. So watch, it's not very hard to turn it. It almost seems a little loose, but maybe that's me, but I'm not turning it that hard. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the squelch up so we don't get that. Otherwise, it has a ridiculous amount of menu. 41, it looks like. Sorry if I had to turn there. It's hard to do with this thing. It has about it has 41 different menu options in here. And again, I think most of this is standard on those older the older Baofengs, UV5Rs, the BF8 or the B8FHP, whichever one that is. Anything that has this old school gray, the Game Boy gray, I call it, back screen, and it lights up purple, blue, or orange, whichever you pick. So, has your PTT, your FM, I believe this one is the NOAA, if I remember correctly. And then it has, of course, some second functions on here that you can get into. And it does have your standard 2-pin Kenwood connection thing here. Oh, that's another thing it didn't come with. It does not come with your earpiece like some of the smaller Baofengs do. And I haven't got a chance to open this yet. There we go. That's not that hard. There you go. Your standard 2-pin. So it's a very basic design. I'm going to turn that off. And there's your push. And oh yeah, the other thing is no clip. So they sell this in a pack where you can get, I believe it's a car charger, the AC charger, another antenna. I think they sell in a Brie in the bundle package, and the carrying clip. There's not a clip per se. It is actually a pouch, and it's also kind of this camo military green color. And if the other thing I've looked at is the plastic here is smooth. I really don't know if I should say harder plastic, cheaper plastic, but grabbing a good old UV5R, you can see this is that textured plastic, which feels like, I guess it could be a bit beefier if this was the, beefier. I kind of overuse that term. This could be a bit harder plastic maybe, because I have dropped Baofengs before from about 3 or 4 feet up and they work just fine. This one I'm not sure, since it's that smooth plastic. But and I do believe it is IP rated. I want to say it's IP 65 rated. Something tells me it is. Actually, and on the screen right here, before we move on to the power test, like right here on this side, I'll go ahead and pull up the screenshot of the information, usually on the Amazon webpage that you see. So, all right, well, that is the basic radio. So now we're going to put it to the test, keep it on a high power, and let's hook it up to the SureCom over there, and let's do some power readings. All right, so we've got the SureCom SW33 mini analyzer on here. You can go check that out. Did a review on this. It's great little carry around to have for your get home bag, bug out bag, especially if you're taking a ham radio with you or out in the field testing. The little dummy load up here, I believe, can handle its 15. It is 20 watts peak. So not a bad investment on this little thing here. And this time around for this, I had to put an extra extension on because when you tried to screw on just the regular male part there of the SureCom down, the wrist strap ridge gets in the way, so it doesn't quite make full contact. So I had to add an extension. It shouldn't have any effect on the power reading, so we're gonna go ahead and do that now. So
frequency mode.
All right, turning on the SureCom. All right, we're just gonna do power because we know we're gonna be at pretty much a 0 SWR anyway. So let me focus this in for you guys here. All right, so we got this kind of zoomed in. So first we're going to start on the 146.520 on high. So let's give it a go. 6.64. So just over 6.5 watts on high on 2 meter. Just for curiosity, we're going to go ahead and I'll turn that down a little bit. We're going to go ahead and turn down the power. I'm just curious. So let's see here. All right, now we're on low. So let's try low. Low on 2 meters is 2.67 watts. All right, so now we're going to go on high power at 70 centimeters. Let's go for this. Out 5 3/4, 5.7, 5.654. So over 5.5.5, between 5.5 and 5.75 watts on high. Again, that's on 70 centimeters. So we'll change it down to low for experimentation. And here we go on low on 70 centimeters. 1 watt. All right. Got that out of the way. So definitely not 10 watts that they talk about. If it's 10 watts divided, sure, between the 2 meter and 70 centimeter, that makes 10 watts. Definitely makes a little over 10 watts. But yeah, it does not do 10 watts output on either band. So much for that. Okay, so again, as we can see, it is not 10 watts output. Overall, I have to tell you, even though it's a bulky boy, I like it. This battery, again, is what sold me. So to have 12 amp hours on a battery, and you can buy duo packs of these, and I do believe they're close to like $50 for 2 of these. But again, that's what sold me. So what would I use this for? Well, I have to tell you, I may have found a new either multi-day camping or heck, even an overnight camping one. Because I did go back and look, and it is waterproof according to the Amazon specs. So if that is true, even though it's just analog, you kind of get the best of both worlds. You're getting a waterproof radio with 12 amp hours, and then drop some more, drop another $40, $50 and get yourself another duo pack. And of course, you probably should only take one more. You probably only need to take one more. And you'll be running with 24 amps worth of battery. That's insane for a handy talkie. So I could definitely see this being an outdoorsy, again, simple overnight or a multi-day camping radio to use. Your local emergency groups, definitely. For those that also have maybe local guys that like to get together for maybe a hunting group, your off-roading group, anything like that. I could even see this maybe in a small small area post-disaster kind of a tactical comms type of thing to use, you know. Again, that right there is what sells it to me, and it's waterproof. So yeah, I really, those are my two big pros on this. Otherwise, it's a Baofeng. It looks relatively easy to program. I think it's the usual way you do a manual through just an old school Baofeng. I haven't tested it yet, so I will need to see if it works with chirp. And I'll probably give an updated comment down below once I try this thing out on chirp. So there you go, guys. Baofeng AR-152. Oh, by the way, the batteries are, if you want to search for them, they will be the BL Bravo Lima dash 152, and you'll find the duo packs of those. So there you have it. I hope this helps. If it did, or you found it interesting, I'd appreciate if you share it to someone else who may be looking for a outdoorsy, rugged looking radio in a cool camo, dark olive green color. So, till next time, guys, always be getting ready. We'll see you around.